Okay, in this video, I'm going to cover how to create a transparent PNG, and then what does that actually look like when you bring that PNG into a Dreamweaver page. Okay, so in the first video of this week, I talked about how to create a slice of this region right here, because this is the region we're talking about for this demo. In this particular case, we have an image. Go ahead and minimize some of this stuff so you can see this. Okay. In this particular case, we have an area that has a graphic, and that graphic, if you can kind of see here, let me turn on the background. It's kind of hard to see. Okay. All right. So in that graphic, you can kind of see that I have a drop shadow on that graphic. Okay. And I want that drop shadow to be transparent no matter what color background I put it on. And if we don't address this now and we change the background color to something else, then there's going to be a white halo around this graphic if we don't address this right now. So basically the file format that is going to work best for this particular type of process is the PNG format. Okay, a PNG format graphic will give you a transparent background. And we did go through and save this out for web, but I'm going to go ahead and do it again for this demonstration. So the first thing you want to do is make sure and make a slice region, which we did do, and you guys should all understand how to make a slice region by now. Okay. The second thing you're going to want to do is to turn off your background so that your image is sitting on a transparent background indicated by that checkerboard square. The second thing you do is go into the Save for Web, and we're going to go ahead and move this page around till we get to that graphic, and go ahead and select that graphic. Okay, so we're selected on this graphic right here. Let's go to the original right here, this region. If we go to the two up, we can kind of see. And I've already saved this out once, so the graphic is already indicating that I've set it up as a PNG, but when I'm selected on this region right here, you want to make sure that you pull this down to PNG 24, and that will give you transparency. See how it says it here? And then you'll save that out to your images folder, and I've already got it in here. It's called G-Slice PNG. Okay, so I've already gone ahead and done that. So what I'd like to do is show you real quick in Dreamweaver what actually happens, okay, with that image. So I'm going to go ahead and cancel out, and let's go into Dreamweaver. And all right, so I've got this blank HTML page back here, okay, and I'm just going to use some simple HTML. I'm going to come in here. And well, actually, I'm going to use some simple CSS, and I'm going to change the color of the background to blue. And I'm going to say OK. And notice over here that I have a blue background. I'm also going to come up here under Insert, and I'm going to pull down to Image. And I'm going to go out and find that G-Slice PNG that I just created and select it. And I'm just going to call it G-Slice, because this is the alt tag. This is basically what this this image tag accessibility attributes is if someone is on your site that is not able to see it and there is a screen reader, it could read out what that image is. Okay. Okay, notice now that I've placed this image in here, even though this image, when it was in the Photoshop document, was sitting on a white background, when I had this white background turned on here, because I saved it out as a transparent image and placed it into my web page, I can now place it on a blue background. If I wanted to, say my boss didn't like blue and they decided they wanted this on a red background, I can come in here and I can say red, and now that image is transparent on red. If I want to change it to, you know, pink, it's now transparent on pink, and so on and so forth. So I noticed that a lot of you maybe have some situations where you may need to execute a transparent image, And it's important that you save it out properly out of Photoshop in order to get transparency once you bring these images into Dreamweaver. Okay, that should cover how to handle a PNG